Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 5 of What If Naruto Unlock a Strange Power. Remember to get this one to 300 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, stay in tune because I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto was an OP Seal Master. So stay in tune for that and I do hope that you guys enjoy. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice, and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say we begin this new episode? Begin the intro. I hope you guys enjoy. So the last time we left off, Naruto has been on Team 7 for 2 months now, as he hated it. Kakashi always showed favoritism to Sasuke, and Naruto hated it. None of them knew that Naruto had the sharingan, or much less, the Mangita sharingan. So Naruto was playing everything calm right now, not showing off his real skills and what he possessed. And he also gained a huge dislike for Kakashi, as the both of them didn't really get along at all. As Naruto persuaded Hiruzen by blackmailing him with photos so that they could have a C-rank mission, as Kurenai and her team were assigned to that mission as well. As Kurenai could see the discomfort between the two members, Naruto and Kakashi, and Sasuke was arrogant and Sakura was just, let's face it, a little bitch towards Naruto every single moment. And Kiba on her team was just annoying towards Naruto as well. Hinata, well, she seemed kind of obsessed with Naruto. The group made their way as Naruto headed off without orders, making Kakashi curse at him, but Naruto simply cursed back at him. As they faced off against Zabuza the next morning, as Kakashi was angry at Naruto for not following orders, as Naruto ended up knocking Kakashi out, furious with him as well. Kakashi was already exhausted, so it didn't take much, as they went back to the house, as Naruto also spoke to Inari, as Sakura did unsavourable things to Sasuke while they were upstairs, but Naruto paid that no mind as he came down and talked to Kurenai. As he told the girl that he was looking for, her name was Samui, as he knew that she was out there somewhere, and he will find her no matter what. As the time went by, as Naruto met Haku, as Haku talked about her precious person, as Naruto told her to say hi to Zabuza before he vanished. The days passed as the battle happened, as Naruto came upon the bridge. He quickly intercepted and smashed Haku through her own ice mirror, shocking the hell out of her. Zabuza was facing off against Kakashi, as Kakashi was about to kill him, but Haku jumped away, taking a blast. As Zabuza started to feel remorse, Naruto turned towards Gato as he made his way. Gato didn't stand a chance as Naruto pried into his mind with his Mangita sharingan getting information from him. As Naruto killed Gato, as Zabuza took on all the other bandits, and Naruto lied him right beside Haku. As the time went on, the people of Wave saw Naruto as a hero, as he brought them all the money from Gato's safe and freed all the captives that Gato had, all the ladies. And he also had the shipping company over towards Tsunami, who thanked him and hugged him. As the group went back to Konoha, things were still, well, not good with them. Kurenai knew that she had to get Naruto off of the team. So when they got back, as she made a request to Hiruzen, and Hiruzen accepted her request as he switched Naruto with Kiba and make it official. Naruto will be on Team 8 from now on. As Naruto grabbed on to Hinata's hand, they were going to be in a team, so it's finally time that he sit down and have a talk with her. So yeah guys, so it's basically as we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So, what do you say begin this new episode? The two of them arrive on the top of the Hokage's monument. Hinata, I know about your talk with Kurenai. I'm here to tell you it will never happen. Hinata opened her mouth to speak but Naruto cut her off. The reason it won't happen is because I never had romantic feelings for you. Yes, I did save you from bullies, but that was because I do not like bullying. I think you fell in love for what I did for you, and not me personally. But I think of you like a sister that I never had. and I'd rather not lose that. Besides, you were so caught up on me you didn't even recognize the other guy that has feelings for you, was too shy to say anything. I hope we can still be friends. Even if, after what I told you, said Naruto, as Hinata went silent for a few seconds. As tears were at the corner of her eyes, but she nodded. I guess I can accept that, she said. But what are you talking about, she said. Who has romantic feelings for me? As she wiped away her tears. Well, it's not my business to tell you. You'll have to figure that out on your own. So, are we good now? Well, I guess we're good, she said. As Naruto stepped forward and pulled her into a hug, which she accepted. Just then, the same boar-masked envoy that ate Naruto arrived. Hinata Hyuga and Naruto Uchiha, he said, spitting Naruto's name like it was venom. You are needed at the council room immediately. He tried to grab Naruto, but Naruto knocked away his hand. We can get there on our own. You can leave now, said Naruto. The envoy gritted his teeth, but he left. Are you ready to go? Naruto asked, as he held out his hand to Hinata. Hinata nodded. Next thing that she knew, they disappeared in a swirl of blue fire at the council chambers. Where is the boy? And Lady Hinata, Hiruzen. That envoy returned, but he did not come with him. Before Hiruzen could reply, a swirl of blue fire rose from the ground, as yelling could be heard. Damn it, Naruto, you could have warned me. Following that was a slap to the head. The fire died down, and it was Hinata standing over Naruto, as she was the one that just hit him. She then turned, as all eyes were on her. She started to poke her fingers shyly together. The most surprised, however, was her father, Hayashi Hyuga. She had never acted like that. As Naruto stood up and greeted the council in typical Naruto fashion. Hey there, Jiji. Tasumi-san, White Eye-san, Bug-san, Lazy-san, Food-san, Inuichi-san. Everyone's sweat dropped. Why does everyone has a nickname beside Tasumi and Inuichi? Asked Shikaku. Well, Tasumi isn't really keen on nicknames, and I haven't thought for one for Inuichi. You will show this council some respect, boy, said Karu. Oh, hey, saggy tits, I didn't see you there, said Naruto. How are you doing today? You as well, one-eye pedophile. Oh, hey, cool old man, said Naruto. As Homura nodded at Naruto, while the others choked back their laugh. As Danzo slammed his hand on the desk. I'm not a pedophile, he shouted. Well, you were looking at me with that look of want in your eye when I was little. And you're still doing it now, said Naruto. As Sakura was in the room along with Sasuke, who was ignoring her, as Kiba was trying to flirt with Hinata. As she moved towards Shino to avoid Kiba, as she held on to his arm, she then noticed that Shino stiffened up a bit. Something that she noticed. As Kakashi and Kurenai was there as well. Tasumi was laughing, banging the table by Naruto antics. Even Shibi has a smile. Even Hayashi, lips were twitching a bit. Start the meeting, Hiruzen, Danzo said, through clenched teeth. Alright, we're here because Sasuke decided to brag to the civilian council about the report from the wave mission. And they have some questions for you, Naruto, said Hiruzen. As Hiruzen began the question, is it true that you killed Gato and his mercenaries and took the control of his shipping company and stole all of the money from his manor? A fat councilman asked. Yes, I did kill Gato. However, Zabuza was the one that killed the mercenaries. I did take over the business, but Naruto was cut off by a council member, a woman with pink hair. We demand you hand the business and the money over to us right now and give Sasuke Sama that sword. Naruto turned towards the woman. If you would have let me finish, you would have known that I gave the business over to Tetsuna's daughter, Tsunami. They need it more than we do, and they even agreed to an alliance when they get to their feet. Now, you don't demand anything from me. I am a ninja. And not a ninja you can have sex with to get what you want. I've seen some videos you made with some former ninja and council members. Nice job teaching your daughter, by the way. I've seen it with my own eyes. But unlike you, it seems like she's a spitter and not a swallower. But I doubt she did the real deal yet. I'll say this though. You really must be flexible if you can put both legs behind your head like that. As both Harunos start to blush in embarrassment and anger. No, for my sword, the Kiburaiba show. Sasuke cannot, well, have it because he's not worth it. But you know what? By all means, said Naruto. As you remember, Zabuza said, if Naruto can lift it, he wanted to test that because he wanted to see if Naruto was worth it. Sasuke made his way over with a smug smirk, but the moment he tried to pick up the sword, he got electrocuted as he had to release it, making Naruto laugh. As he picked up his sword, and he placed it on his shoulder. Now, is there anything else or can I go? Two hands raised, one belonged to Tasumi and one belonged to Shibi. As Shibi allowed Tasumi to go first. Hana told me that you create a medical seal for animals that heal almost every injury except broken bones, as well as a surf, selfing, station for animals to get a seal placed on them if they're injured. Is that correct? Yes, said Naruto. The seal rely on nature chakra and use the right amount not to harm the animal. And it fades away after it finishes healing. It doesn't heal broken bones or major wounds. That would require surgery though. Would you like a B-rank mission to build 2 of those stations for the Inuzuka clan? Those will be much helpful to the Ninkan and avoid unnecessary surgeries. Oh, I wouldn't mind that at all, said Naruto. As Tatsumi smiled at him. As Shibe was the next one to spoke, Naruto-san. Shino was informed of a certain seal that you created. Would you mind telling me about it? I can't really tell you since how it is made, but I can show you the blueprints. As he unsealed a scroll and handed it to Shibe, who looked it over. He was so impressed that both of his eyebrows rose up. He rolled the scroll back up and handed it to Naruto. If possible, I would like to purchase 100 of these seals from you, if you would allow me to. Naruto nodded and said that they would talk later about the price. Hayashi then spoke up. Naruto, how far along in sealing are you? Well, I'm already done with the 10 levels of Konoha seals, and I'm at level 4 in the Uzumaki sealing level. Danzo was shocked to hear that, as Hiruzen told him that the sealing scroll for the Uzumaki could not be found. Hiruzen, you lied to me. I thought you said you didn't have the sealing scroll for the Uzumaki. Yes, I lied. So what? We both know what you would do with them. And by the way, they were left to Naruto by his godmother. So, they are not mine to give anyway. As Danzo clenched his fists. Oh, and you should know, said Naruto, not really looking at Danzo, but he spoke. I can dig up roots and burn them really easy. As Danzo narrowed his eyes. How did this boy... Now, Hayashi Naruto said anything else you need before Danzo could speak again. Yes, I would like for you to come at the Hyuga compound later for something important. Would 6 be okay? Naruto asked. As Hayashi nodded, Shikaku then spoke up. Naruto, saying that you're so advanced in Funjutsu, do you think you can create a seal for me that blocks out noise from both ways? And you can't see me while it's activated so I can get more naps? Asked Shikaku. As Naruto gave him a confused look. But don't you already have one? Naruto asked. What are you talking about? Said Shikaku. Well, Shikamaru asked me for the same thing, and I gave it to him. He has one himself that he uses all the time. I thought that he gave you yours. That little bastard, thought Shikaku. Okay, how does it work? It works like you said, it keeps the noise out. You can have a peaceful sleep, and the noise that you create inside. And it will be invisible since it works on nature chakra around you, until you deactivate the seal. As Shikaku was crying anime tears, he finally had a way to nap in peace. Okay, if that is all Hiruzen said, no one else had anything to say. Well then, this meeting is over, he said. As Naruto went to visit Anko after that, he made his way as he heard kissing. As he saw Iruka and Anko on the couch. Use protection, Naruto said as he left, making the both of them stop as they heard the door locked behind him. As Naruto went to eat ramen until it was 6, as he made his way towards the Hyuga compound. Hello there. I have a meeting with Hayashi Hyuga. Yes, he has informed us. Please follow me to his office. Naruto was amazed how big the compound is as he arrived at Hayashi's office. As the guard knocked on the door. Enter, Hayashi said. Hayashi-sama, I have Naruto here for you. Naruto thanked the guard and entered the office. As Hayashi nodded. As Naruto entered, Naruto, can you please put up the privacy barrier? Naruto nodded as he put up the barrier. Okay, this is what I want to talk to you about. As Hayashi pulled up the seal. This is the cage bird seal that the Hyuga brand family wears on their forehead. I want you to look at this and see if you can remove it for me. I want to make the Hyuga clan whole again, and I can't do that if this is still in place. I'm not expecting immediate results, but can you at least give it a try? I will, said Naruto, but it's gonna take a while. That's all I ask. Thank you for your help, said Hayashi. It's no problem, said Naruto. I'm glad to help, he said. As Naruto got back to his feet and deactivated privacy seal, when he opened the door, there was Hinata and a younger girl there. Oh, hey there, Hinata, said Naruto. And who might you be, he said. The girl looked at him with a rather stern glare. I am Hanabi Hyuga, second daughter of Hayashi Hyuga, you peasant, she said. So Hinata, what's going on, said Naruto. Hey, don't ignore me, I'm talking to you. You little peasant, she said. Naruto turned towards her as he poked her right in the ribs. She giggled a bit, but she moved back. Oh, are you ticklish, he said. It would be a shame if you were punished by tickles. He said that grin that scared her. My father will not allow you to do that. Right, father? She looked over to see her father drinking tea. As she then turned her head, as she then looked over to see Hinata drinking tea as well. Where the tea came from, nobody knows. Seems like you're all alone, said Naruto. Hanabi turned and ran as Naruto chased her and grabbed her and started to tickle her. 10 minutes of non-stop tickling, she was crying and laughing at the same time. Until Naruto said his goodbyes, as she was still on the ground crying from the tickling that she just went through. As Naruto said goodbye to Hayashi and Hinata and told Hayashi that he would get to work right away. Time skip. It has been 4 months since Naruto became a member of Team 8. They got along really well, incredibly in fact, and their teamwork was incredible. Sometimes they wouldn't have to even talk to each other because way good their teamwork were. But sometimes training was a bit difficult because Naruto was, well, too strong. He was actually stronger than Kurenai right now, so it was a bit hard sometimes. As Naruto also told her to stop focusing so much on genjutsus. So in the past 4 months, Kurenai has been practicing and training with them on her taijutsu, as all of them were wearing resistance seals to help with their speed. As Shino and Hinata were fast, like a high level tuning when their seals weren't activated. As Kurenai was incredibly fast right now, she has gotten a lot faster at least on Wu level, and Naruto was at least low Sannin level in speed. Taijutsu, Shino was low tuning, as Hinata tried to fix around her jogging style. It was too stiff for her. Hinata was a water user, so she needed a style that flows smoothly and attack. Turns out her mother had the same problem, and she left her style for Hinata to use it. As no one except for her teammates knew about it though. As Kurenai combined the Fortokage hummingbird flexibility style with the snake style that Anko uses, her taijutsu has grown as it was now mid Jonin level. As Hinata learned the water wall and the water bullet jutsu. Shino had the earth and fire affinity, so he learned the fireball jutsu. The dragon flame and phoenix flower, he learned the mud wall and the earth style binding chains headhunter jutsu. Kurenai didn't have a specific chakra type, but she had yin yang release, which she learned. Chakra siphoning, which she wanted to add in her taijutsu style. She had yin style dark binding and yin style dark shield. And she did train herself in learning some lightning jutsu, which were difficult. But Naruto taught her Sharingan jutsu even though she couldn't produce as much as him. She was able to use them to help her. But for Naruto, he has grown more in ninjutsu. He liked using his lightning and fire jutsu the most. His lightning has turned red during his training. He learned his mother lightning jutsu, some of them that she was still working on. One of them called lightning release, hammer of the thunder god. It creates a hammer made out of pure lightning. The user can use to smash the opponent or control the natural lightning in the air while it's raining. Lightning edge, ability like the Shidori, but it made no noise. Lightning style, raging dragon, that creates a serpent in his hand which is incredibly hard to dodge. And he also learned lightning javelin, create a lightning javelin that he can throw. He also learned twin lightning dragon jutsu. For fire, he had heroes letting some scroll in secret. Great fire, breath jutsu, and misfire dance jutsu. And he learned some wind jutsu as well, wind style ear blade that he used to his blades to create mini ear blades that can cut up an enemy and destroy the landscape. And he also learned wind drilling jutsu. He threw 3 kunais and infused them with wind chakra. They can literally drill through their opponents. He learned 2 more water jutsus as well. Super water explosion shockwave and ripping torrent. His genjutsu with his sharingan is almost good as it attaches. And Naruto finally unlocked this Susanoo over his 4 months of working. The only thing he can manifest right now is a black ribcage and an arm. Yes, that was the farthest he can go. They have also completed several more C rank missions. It would have been 9, but 2 of them got upgraded to a B rank due to them having to fight a missing ninja. Naruto also completed that S rank mission on accident where he found one of Orochimaru's old labs, which had a lot of dead bodies inside, and they were strapped to tables. They didn't find much, so they burned it. Now him and his team are waiting for Kurenai to show up at the training ground, as Shino was sitting down and Hinata was right in his lap. Yes, it was Shino, the one that had a crush on her. Hinata found this out in their 4 months of training together, and she didn't know when, but she started to like him as well. And Naruto was happy for the both of them. He was snapped out of his thoughts when Kurenai arrived. Alright guys, I signed you all up for the Chunin exam next week. As you may have noticed, we have some teams from different villages already here. I know you 3 can do it, she said, so fill out these forms and head to room 303 for the first part of the exam at the academy next week. Good luck, and if you need anything, just come and find me, she said. And with that, she vanished. So I'm pretty sure that this requires all 3 of us to participate in Naruto. Do you guys want to join or wait it out? I will take for the experience, but if I'm given the promotion, I would not deny it, said Shino. As both of them looked towards Hinata. I think I'll join too, she said, like Shino said, for the experience. But if I'm given the promotion, I would not deny the offer as well. Great, so we're all in, said Naruto. Well then, I'll see you guys later, as he got up. Oh, and make sure you two use protection. The both of them blushed insanely as Hinata threw a kunai at Naruto as he vanished. As Naruto made his way to other training field, where he could test more of his destructive capabilities out here. Naruto has sensed something that has been following him. He used one of Shisui's techniques, as after image of him appeared as he vanished, leaving the after image behind as he appeared. What the hell are you, Naruto said, as he looked at the creature with wings, but it had the body of a lizard. I am a dragon, young Naruto, and I've been watching you for about 5 to 6 years now. Yeah, I always knew that there was something there, but I just never bothered to do anything to it until now. So how did you get here? In the barrier, it should have set off an alarm. Oh, the barrier doesn't work on summons. I thought that old monkey would have told you. Anyway, I'm here to offer you the dragon summoning contract. Whoa, said Naruto. That would be sweet, but I already signed the Fox contract. Yes, I'm aware of that. Will you please summon Kurama? I've already talked, but I wanted to hear it from his own mouth. Naruto bit his thumb as he went through hand sign. Summoning jutsu. What the hell? Kid, this better be important. I was just with my mate. By the way, she wants to meet you. But wait a month before you summon her. She's in heat, said Kurama. Oh, that is my fault, Kurama. I told him to summon you, the dragon said. Oh, the dragon summoning contract. Well, that is fine. We already have a discussion. Just no toads or snakes. I hate them. Now, I have to go. Oh, and kid, summon Scarlet. She actually grew in the last 6 months. And with that, Kurama poofed away. Well, I guess. Well, where's his contract for me to sign or to ask? So he said that, as Cruel appeared right in front of him. Good. Now the hand signs for summoning us are a bit different, said the dragon after Naruto sign. Instead of you starting the boar hand sign like usual, you start with bird. Switch in the place of a 2. Now go through the hand seeds and summon your familiar. Your familiar require very little chakra. Much as a genin, as you guys call it. Naruto nodded as he went through hand sign. Summoning jutsu. A small baby dragon appeared with pitch black skin. Its eyes were green, and black slits in them, and they shaped like an oval. The dragon yawned as Naruto saw some sharp, small teeth in his mouth. Now this is interesting. A baby dragon has never been chosen as a familiar. Usually, familiars are small dragons the size of a small house. Anyway, this shadow, you're familiar. He can't do much right now, he's still a baby. You have to wait at least 6 months before he can start training with you. Cool, said Naruto. But what about you? Are you really that small, Naruto asked. No, this is just a transformation, so I could watch you. The dragon started to grow and grow and grow, making Naruto's eyes wide as he looked up at the 500 feet dragon. This is how tall I really am. Okay, what's your name, said Naruto. Oh, my mistake, the name is Bob, Bob said, puffing out his chest. Naruto had to bite his lip not to laugh. Bob? Really? That's a rather funny name, he thought to himself. Well, it's nice to meet you, Bob. Thanks, you as well. And also, you cannot summon the boss, or elder dragon yet. They will decide when it's time to meet you, said Bob. Well, see ya. And with that, he went back to the summoning world. Naruto went through hand sign again, summoning jutsu. Before he could stand up, he was knocked over on the ground by a red blur. Naruto, I'm so happy to see you again. You never summoned me before. I know I can't train yet, but you could at least play with me, said Scarlet. Oh, I'm sorry about that, said Naruto. You see, I was busy a lot. Fine, I guess you can make up to me, she said. Give me a feast, she said, as Naruto unsealed 4 bentos. One had steaks, one had fruits and nuts, and the other had fish in them. As Scarlet got a big smile on her face. As Naruto then practiced the rest of the day, working on shortening his hand signs. Time skip, the day before the exam. Naruto was walking around the village. He quickly dashed into an alley. A square rock came out. Where the hell did he go? Something did snap right in the back of the square rock. As Naruto moved away, suddenly there was a boom. Coughing could be heard. Damn it. I guess we used too much gunpowder. As Naruto looked at the kids, the 4 of them. Little Monkey, Konohamaru, Snotnose, Udon, the Red Spot, Mogi, and Firecracker, Hanabi. So what can I do for you for today? You promised that you'll play ninja with us, remember, said Konohamaru, as the 3 others nodded in agreement. Now in the last 4 months of joining Team 8, Naruto, Shino, and Hinata hung out often, and he started to be around Hanabi even more. And with Naruto, there was no use of she staying in that stuck-up state that she was, as he made her be like a kid her age. Somehow, she even got her father taking a small white kitten that came from Naruto hospital of animals that were wounded. How she did it, no one knows, but yet, she had a cat now. While she was hanging out with Naruto, as she met the others Konohamaru, Udon and Moke, and they became friends. Naruto was about to speak up until a voice beat into it. What kind of ninjas play ninja, said Sakura as he walked up to them. It teach, stealth, and trapping. You should try it, Spitter, said Naruto. Before Sakura could curse at him or say anything, Konohamaru spoke. Hey boss, is she here? As he wiggled his pinky finger. Of course not. Big brother Naruto would never date someone like her. I mean, look at her chest. Her chest is as big as mine, but I'm only 10. Hanabi said. Yeah, you're right. And look at her forehead. It's so huge, said Konohamaru. Konohamaru, you remember what I taught you about speed? Yeah, about that I should get more faster. Well, let's see if you can put that to the test right now. What do you mean, but Konohamaru forcibly saw an evil aura around Sakura. Run, said Naruto. As Konohamaru took off running. As Konohamaru made it around a corner. Ouch, Konohamaru says he dropped to the ground. Hey, watch where you're going, you little shit, the voice. As Konohamaru was grabbed and lifted by his collar, Kankuro put him down. We're not supposed to cause any trouble, and what if he sees you? A girl with blonde hair and 4 pigtails, and a giant fan on her back said, Relax, Temari. These are the shits, just need to know their way. Fine, but leave me out of it. Hey, let me go, said Konohamaru. Shut up, you brat, said Kankuro as he pulled his fist back. Hey, said Naruto, stopping Kankuro in his tracks. I wouldn't do that if I were you. As Kankuro turned, and why wouldn't I? And who's this? Asked Temari, looking at Naruto. Well, there is some reason. You see, he's a Hokage's grandson. And you would probably get killed if you tried to hurt him. By the Anvu, said Naruto, as he looked around. As Kankuro narrowed his eyes. And by the way, I would beat the shit out of you, said Naruto. And also, I don't think that your friend up in the tree would be happy. So Sasuke, why don't you and your new friend come down here? Sasuke was confused as he was in the tree as he looked up to see someone standing above him. What? I didn't even notice him, thought Sasuke. Kankuro, are you disgracing our village? No, Gaara, shut up, or I'll kill you. As Gaara disappeared, a swirl of sand appeared on the ground. You there, he said. What's your name? My name is Sasuke Uchiha, not you. I don't care about you. I mean you. Oh, me? The name is Naruto. As Naruto looked back at Gaara. Mother said that she wants your blood. As Naruto narrowed his eyes. This boy was a one-tailed Jinchuriki. Well, you should tell your mother. Mine has 8 more tails. As Sakura and Sasuke were confused. But Temari and Kankuro got a scared look on their face hearing that. Gaara then grabbed his head in pain. Temari, Kankuro, we're leaving, he said. Sakura then spoke. It's illegal for a foreign ninja to be in the village. So why are you people here, she said. We're here for Chunin exams. How don't you know that, said Temari. Yeah, Spitter. Didn't your excuse of a sensei told you about it? Sakura didn't reply, as she only looked down. As Temari blushed, as she couldn't believe that kid was calling that girl that. As the Sand Jennings walked off. The next thing Sasuke knew, Naruto was already gone, along with Konohamaru and the kids. Sakura, you should train more before Chunin exams. We might not have much time before they start. Oh, and why does Naruto call you Spitter? She blushed at that, but she saw it as an opportunity. I can show you, but I will have to go to your house. It's kind of private. He shrugged as she followed him to his house. 3 figures are there as they watched the entire thing. But Naruto had noticed them a while back, and right now he's behind them hearing their conversation. So that's the Uchiha, girl said as she was wearing the hidden stone headband. Yeah, he doesn't look like much. It doesn't matter, we have our orders, we're to test Uchiha. Let's just hope that Kabuto can do his part and not blow its cover. We need him to get Uchiha to trust him in the forest. As they all vanished, not really sensing Naruto that was listening to the entire thing. So we have a spy in our ranks, huh? Kabuto. I've never heard that name before. And basically I know everyone, even if they hate me. Well then, I'll have to see the Hokage about this. The next day, as Naruto reached the academy, he saw Hinata and Shino. Are you both ready for this? We can do this, the both of them said. As they went in and handed their registration form. As they walked in, Naruto noticed a group of Konoha Jennings that looked to be a year older than them. And he saw a Hyuga boy that he saw at the compound after his stick a fight with Hanabi that night. And the boy was literally looking at him with a glare. And a guy with bushy eyebrows and that bold haircut. He looked just like that guy that screamed about flames of youth all day. But the girl caught Naruto's attention. The hair, the 2 buns that remind him of a panda bear. He walks up to them, ignoring the Hyuga that was glaring at him. Panda-chan, said Naruto. The girl turned and glared at him. I don't know who you think you are, but only one person has the right to call me that, and it is the Ronin more. So watch your mouth, alright, she said. It really is you, said Naruto. I'm hurt that you don't remember me. We were together in the orphanage before you got adopted. As her eyes went wide. Wait, fish cake? His eye twitched at the nickname. But he nodded as she wrapped him up in a bone-crushing hug. I haven't seen you since I was adopted, she said. Huh, you're not a little shrimp anymore. How have you been, she said. As Naruto's eyebrow twitched. Of course he did grow. He was at least the tallest out of the Jennings. Well, I'm actually doing good, despite everything that happened to me. But it looks like you're the shrimp now. So, who are your teammates, Naruto asked. Well, that guy with his serious face, and his glaring is Neji Hyuga. And the one that looks like it's about to explode if I don't introduce him, his name is Rock Lee. As the boy rushed over and shook Naruto's hand. Yush, I am Konoha. Handsome, blue beast. It's nice to meet you, my youthful friend. I can tell that your flames burn bright. But Naruto wasn't really listening to him, as he was just thinking about something else. As he then saw everyone looking at him. Did you say something? Lee had a shocked look on his face. Curse you on your hip attitude, he said. Anyway, said Naruto, these are my teammates, Shino Abermi and Hinata Hyuga. Guys, this is Panda-chan, also known as Tenten. As Naruto looked at Neji, who was glaring at Hinata. Dude, if you're glaring at her because you like her, it won't help you. She's already taken, said Naruto. And if it's the other reason why you're glaring at her, because you're from the branch house and she's on the main house, and you try anything stupid, I'll kill you, said Naruto, his voice turning rather cold. Neji simply scoffed as he walked away. I guess that is our cue to leave. It's nice to see you again, Fishcake. I hope I see you soon, said Tenten, as she gave him a hug before rushing off. No, that Lee guy really looks strong. I can just tell that he's hiding something, Naruto said to himself. Well, let's see. As they made their way up the second floor, as they saw a bunch of kids there, as Naruto noticed immediately that this was a genjutsu. He could tell that there was a younger form of Katetsu and Izumo. Yes, they were blocking the door. Naruto and his group simply walked by as they made their way upstairs. As Kurenai smiled seeing her group arrive. I'm glad that you all made it, she said. You know, if one of you decided to not take the test, none of you would have been able to take it. As she smiled at them even more. I'm here to wish you all good luck and do your best. As she came over and hugged the three of them. Good luck, she said one more time, before she went off. They looked at each other. Before they walked in, everyone started to glare at them. Lot of attention, Naruto said. Well, screw them, he said as he walked over to the wall, with the other two following him. He then sat down as he rested his head against the wall. He was awakened by a loud voice. Yo, looks like all the rookies are here. Way to go, Kiba, you just attracted unwanted attention to us, said Shikamaru, as he nodded to Naruto, who nodded back. Choji greeted him as well, as he noticed Sasuke was being pestered by Ino and Sakura, who were fighting over him. As Naruto then spread out his senses all over the room, as he sensed three things. There was one of them that was dark, high reserves, like Kage level. And he also sensed another one as he saw the person that was emitted from it. He had the same ability like Mito Uzumaki, so he could sense their malicious in their chakra. As he could also sense another dangerous one, but this one was not in here. And it gave him a feeling of snakes. As he looked around, Orochimaru must be here in some sort of disguise. But why? Why was he here? You guys should quiet down. As Naruto watched Kabuto came over here. You're drawing attention to yourself. Yeah? And who the hell are you? Asked Kiba. My name is Kabuto Yakashi, and I can assure you these exams are no joke. This is my 7th time taking them. As Naruto narrowed his eyes at Kabuto, this was what the Sound Ninjas were talking about. This guy. As he watched Kabuto pull out some cards as he was talking with Kiba. These are info cards I can tell you about any Genins you wish to know about. Rock Lee, Gaara, and Naruto Uchiha, said Sasuke. You already know their names? That's no fun, he said, as he pulled out the first card. First up is Rock Lee. He is a year older than you. He has completed 11 C-rank missions and 20 D-rank missions. His team joining his guy, and in the last 12 months his taijutsu has grown exponentially. His other skills are quite shaky though. Last year he chose not to take the exams. His teammates are Neji Hyuga and Tenten. No for Gaara. Quite impressive, he has completed 8 C ranks and 2 B ranks, and he never returned a single injury. As she shocked all of the Genins when they heard that, but Naruto was too busy coming to the idea to catch Kabuto. Now for the last one, Naruto Uchiha has completed 20 D rank missions, 8 C rank missions, 2 B rank, and 2 A rank, and has 3 S rank missions, but one of them is ongoing. His skills are questionable, but he's said to be good at taijutsu and ninjutsu, but not telling how good. His teammates are Shino Aberme, Hinata Hyuga, and his Jonin sensei is Kurna UI. It is also said that he wields one of the 7 greatest blades from Kiri, formerly owned by Zabuza, the demon of the mist. All of the current genin in the room looked at Naruto in shock after hearing that. Loser, when did you get another A rank mission and 3 S ranks? Asked Kiba. Naruto didn't say anything to Kiba that pissed him off. One of the S rank missions that Naruto completed was finding Orochimaru's lab. The other one was teaching the Hokage how to defeat paperwork. And the third one that was ongoing was to capture Kabuto, after he had informed Sarutobi about it, seeing that Sarutobi won't be in the exam. Naruto used his wing manipulation as he sliced off a piece of Kabuto clothing before moving past him. The group kept on talking until Naruto saw that Kabuto was being attacked by the same sound ninjas. Must be to keep any suspicions off of them, Naruto thought. Enough, a voice yelled, as a mini poof went off in the room. I am Ibiki. I will be the first proctor of the first exam. Take your seats. The test begins now. When everyone got seated, now the first part of the test is a written exam. Naruto slammed his head on the desk. He hates written tests. You have 45 minutes to answer 9 questions. The final 10 questions will be asked after the 45 minutes is up. If you're caught cheating 5 times, your entire team is eliminated and you will be sent out. Now, begin! After 45 minutes and 10 teams were eliminated, Ibiki spoke up. Alright, pencils down. It's time for the 10 questions. Now you have the option to take the 10 questions. But if one person from your team refuses, you fail. You all fail. It doesn't matter if you take all 9 questions and pass them. If you do not take the 10 questions, you get a 0. But if you choose to take the question and get it wrong, never again in your life will you take the chosen exams. You will remain a genin for the rest of your life, said Ibiki. What kind of rule is that? There are plenty of people here that took the exam before, said Kiba, as Ibiki chuckled a bit. Well, because I wasn't the one making the rules before, but I am now. But if you don't want to take it, you can leave now. And you can take it next year. Those who don't wish to take it, you can leave now. As people start to get up and leave, he grunted when he saw no one else leaving. 78. I guess this is it. Now, for all of you that remain, you pass. What? What just happened? What kind of rules are those? What do you mean we pass? Where's the 10 questions? Soccer asks. There never was a 10 question, well, not a written one. Your decision to stay was the answer to the 10 question. Huh? Hold on, so the other 9 questions, they were just a waste of time? As everyone kept on talking, Temari, saying that this was just a waste of time, it really ticked off Naruto. Shut the hell up, you blonde bimbo, Naruto shouted. Sand then flew at Naruto, coming from Gaara's gourd. Naruto flashed to where the sand crashed down where his dex was. As Naruto appeared in the center, Gaara sent another wave of sand towards him. Everyone was freaking out in the class until Naruto vanished and appeared in front of Gaara and smashed a fist right into his face. Gaara's face cracked as Temari and Kankuro was shocked. How? When did he? That's enough! No fighting! Do that one more time and the both of you are disqualified along with your teams. But Gaara was relentless and he was bloodlusted as he stood up. But before Gaara could do anything, he couldn't move his body. He was trapped in a shadow position jutsu. Gaara, you can't do this now, Temari whispered. Gaara took a breath. He then walked out of the jutsu like it was nothing. Now all of you, be quiet. Naruto then felt a chakra signature. Wait, is she? A black blur then broke through the glass as a banner was pinned up to the ceiling with the words that read, "The sexy and happily taken Uncle Minarashi." As Naruto noticed her outfit, and she said it, if she ever got a boyfriend, she was wearing tan shorts that went down even more, and her trench coat wasn't open up revealing everything. It was zipped up with a scarf on her neck. Alright boys and girls, my name is Uncle Minarashi, and I am the second proctor for the second part of the exams. Uncle, you're actually on time, what gives, said Ibiki. I don't feel like telling you that, she said. But I can't believe it, you let 2016 pass? You must be getting soft. As she saw Naruto smile at him, which he smiled back. No, we have an interesting bunches here. Now everyone, meet me at Sharingan 44, said Uncle. Now, she said, as everyone rushed to the room. As Naruto stood there, Uncle then rushed over, she hugged him. How have you been, Naruto-chan, she said. I haven't seen you around lately. I've been on missions and training these past 4 months, but I need to talk to you both about something. As the both of them saw that he was serious, we have a spy in the exam. His name is Kabuto Yakshe, and he worked for Orochimaru. I felt his chakra was dark and cynical, and he reeks of sneak. I just don't know where he is now, but he's in the tuning exams. I'm sure about that. I checked Kabuto with the old man. He's the adopted son of our former head medic, but every time during the tuning exams. But he always backed out at the last part. But this time, I'm going to antagonize him to stay. And then I'm going to beat the crap out of him. JJ, we'll have an envoy disguised as a nurse come to grab him. I'm going to send a spy fox to track him down and gather any information he can. This is a S-rank mission. Kabuto only has information that is confidential to the Hokage and Jonin senseis. And we need to draw Orochimaru out in his disguise as well. But you guys can't fight him, you have to let him go. I'm sure Kabuto will seek him out. We need to know what his plan is, so don't fight him if you see him, uncle. I'll try my best, she said. As she really hated that snake bastard for what he did to her. As Naruto smiled at her, that's all I ask. And I need to talk to you about something else, but it can wait, he said. Uncle kissed him right in the forehead. Do well, she said. Arrived in the training ground 44, Naruto spread out his senses as he found him. As he signaled to Uncle with hand signs that Orochimaru was here. Alright kiddies, welcome to training ground 44. This place looked kind of creepy, Sakura said, shaking a bit. It should be. This place is called the Forest of Death, and you will find out why very soon, said Uncle. As Uncle, noticing that Naruto was not paying attention. Looks like we have a tough guy in the exam. I guess the forest isn't scary enough for you. But Naruto didn't reply, as a tick mark grew on her head, as she pulled a kunai and threw it as it cut its cheek. She did appear right behind him, but she whispered in his ear, why didn't you respond? I needed to make it look more believable, Naruto whispered. Suddenly, someone appeared behind them. Uncle pulled out another kunai and hold it up, but a long tongue appeared over her shoulder. Sorry, I was just returning your kunai, said the grass ninja. Thank you, but don't sneak up on me like that, unless you want to die, quickly. I'm sorry, but with the sight of blood and your kunai accidentally cutting my hair, I couldn't help but get excited. My apologies. As the ninja walked away, Uncle returned to her spot. As Naruto signed to her, that was him. Excitement must be in the air for a lot of you today, but do not get killed. Or let it, I don't really care. Now these are waivers that you must sign, saying that Konoha is not responsible for your death if you die in the Forest of Death. You tough guy, pass this out, she said as she handed Naruto the waivers. This part of the exam will test your survival skills. This forest has 44 entrance, 10 kilometers from each gate. In the middle of the forest, there is a tower. This part will test your survival skills, not all look back for these scrolls. As she pulled the Heaven and Earth scroll, you'll be fighting to get the Heaven and Earth scroll. Each team will start one, and your objective is to collect the other one and get to the tower. You have 5 days to gather the scrolls. If you do not, come in 5 days you fail, and you have to find your own way out. 5 days, Ino said. What are we supposed to do for food? Asked Joji. There's plenty of things to eat in the forest. That is, if they don't eat you first. As many of them shiver here and that. Now I need one person to come get a scroll from your team. Oh, and you'll be disqualified if you open the scroll without getting to the tower, and if a member of your team die. After everything got their scroll as they went to the gates, the timer went off. Alright, the second part of the exams begins now. The gates fly open as all teams rush into the forest. Hang on guys, we need to stop Naruto's team. Why? Asked Hinata. I need to do something first, Naruto says. He bit his thumb and went through hand sign. Summoning jutsu. A pitch black fox appeared. It has 4 tails, as it was around the size of Naruto's thigh. You must be Naruto, our new summoner. I am called Midnight. I'm a spy fox. What can I help you with? Nice to meet you, Midnight. I need to spy on the scent of this person. As he handed Midnight the piece of clothing that he tore from Kabuto's shirt. Midnight sniffed it. He was about to take off when he stopped as he looked at Shino. Get your bugs off of me before I eat them and hunt you down next. 3 bugs instantly fly off of Midnight. Thank you. I shall watch his purse for you, Naruto-sama, said Midnight. And with that he vanished into the shadows of the forest. Shino, what you did could have gotten you killed by not only Midnight but the Hokage himself. You nearly impeded an S-rank mission. I know that you don't know, but don't do it again, said Naruto. As Shino only nodded, understanding the situation a bit better. Now we have a mist team heading straight towards us, said Naruto. They're probably after this, said Naruto as he pointed his sword at his back. So do you guys want to take them on and move to the tower? Or do you want to move on to another team? I think we should wait for the mist team and defeat them and see what scroll they have before deciding, said Hinata. So the group went up high in the trees. 10 minutes later, 2 boys and 1 girl came into the clearing. as the girl looked like she was the leader of his group. I thought you said they would be here, the shorter boy said of the mixed team. Yeah, I want that sword, but I wouldn't mind having a go at that Hayuka chick. The other boy said, a perverted grin. Shut up. I know they're here, but where? The girl said as she looked around. Behind you, said a voice. The next thing they knew, in 3 flashes, all of them were knocked out. Well, that was easy, said Hinata, as she searched them. Hey guys, look! As she found a heaven scroll, just what they needed. Okay, now that we have the scrolls, what do we do? Do we go straight to the tower or wait? And camp out for a night and wait till the next day? They agreed to make it halfway before camping and wait till the next day. As the group made their way, Naruto then came to a stop when he sensed Anko, as her chakra seemed like she was in danger. Damn it, Anko, he thought. As he turned towards the group, I need you two to stay here. No tagging me this time, Shino, said Naruto, as he handed them a private seal. I'll be back. And with that, he dashed off. Naruto made his way as he saw Anko panting heavily, as Orochimaru was standing there. Well, Anko, it seems that you still can't match me, although you greatly improved. I've already marked the Uchiha in my curse seal, so don't go and cancel the exams, because if you do, I will destroy the hidden leaf. Well, it's time Orochimaru couldn't get finished a sentence as a foot smashed into his stomach with tremendous force. His body smashed right into a tree branch. Orochimaru shook it off like it was nothing. Naruto-kun, he said. You know, I was wondering when I would meet you. Orochimaru licked his lips. It turns out today my lucky day. I can give my curse mark to more than one Uchiha. Your mark? Well then, you can try to put on me if you want, Naruto. Here, I'll give you a free shot. Orochimaru smirked, quite cocky already. He lashed forward at Naruto with tremendous speed, knowing that Naruto would be made to keep up. As Orochimaru was about to beat down Naruto's neck, something kept him 2 inches away from Naruto. He didn't know what it was. A tremendous force then smashed into him, as his ribs cracked on impact. His body was sent sailing as he smashed into a tree, something snapping. Orochimaru quickly crawled out of his mouth, his body completely fine. I'm impressed, Naruto-kun. Never, as someone at your age, forced me to shed my skin before. But I wonder who's stronger, Sasuke-kun or you? I was fighting Sasuke at low Chunin speed, but he had his sharingan activated. So, let me test you with the same thing. Orochimaru shot forward as he came at Naruto, but Naruto dodged, twisted his butt just in time, surprising Orochimaru by his speed and reflex. Just because I don't have my sharingan activated, you are going to underestimate me. Big mistake. As Naruto spin and delivered a spinning kick to his face, the both of them blurred away. Orochimaru was shocked, yes he was shocked, as Naruto was keeping up with him, and the both of them were going at mid-Chunin level, so Orochimaru increased his speed to low Jonin, and Naruto was still keeping up with him. What the hell? Orochimaru knew that he couldn't increase his chakra levels even anymore because the Onbus would sense him and beyond him in no time, so he increased his speed to what it truly is. Kage's left as he lashed out at Naruto, but suddenly Naruto's body moved, jumping away. Orochimaru was shot, but he was standing for nothing as he fired off snakes from his sleeve that destroyed the branch that Naruto was about to fall on. With that, he used momentum to spin towards Naruto as he smashed a foot right in Naruto's gut, before grabbing Naruto by the throat. As his fingertips started to light up, he then smashed his hand right on Naruto's stomach. 5-pronged seal, he said. That sent Naruto sailing away. Anko got back to her feet. I have no use for you, he said as he raised his hand. But nothing happened. What? As he was trying to activate the curse mark to put her down, but nothing happened. Orochimaru cursed as he looked around. He could tell the Onbus were on the way. He then saw Naruto got back up and walked beside Anko. You lose, Orochimaru, the seal is gone, and the Onbus are on the way. Now, how about round 2, she said. Orochimaru grit his teeth. This is not the time. And remember what I said if you try to cancel the Chunin exams. And with that, his body melted down into the ground. Suddenly, Cat and Boar appeared. He's long gone, Anko said. And he attacked Naruto, said Anko. It's not our problem that some stupid kid decided to challenge Orochimaru. If he died, it was his fault. Going up against a Sanin, said Boar. Is that a fat Boar? Perhaps you'd like to fight me next. You've been in the Onbu since I was 4, yet you haven't made Onbu captain yet, or second in command. It makes me wonder how strong you really are. Yeah, Boar, said Anko. You always try to put the kid down some way, and you always talk a big game. But I'm sure if he comes up to it, he will kick your ass all over this field. Boar simply scoffed as he walked away. Seriously. I don't know how that guy is still in the envelope. No one really likes him, said Kat. Naruto, you okay? She asks. Yeah, I'm fine. I have a clone remove the seal that he placed on me already. It seems like he's gone now. I'm sure you guys will report this to Hokage, but I need to meet you back with my team. I'll see you guys later, he said. The two of them nodded as he headed off. So, how did he do against Orochimaru? Asked Kat. Well, all they used was taijutsu, and Orochimaru bragged about fighting Sasuke at low tuning level. But Naruto dodged all of his attacks. Naruto even dodged his attacks while he was moving incredibly fast. I don't know what it was. Well, Naruto didn't even activate his sharingan, said Anko. In fact, Anko, Uchiha, Kurenai, Hinata, Shino, and the Hokage knew about his sharingan. But Anko was the only one that knew about the Mangita sharingan and the ending result. But there was something that happened that I can't understand. Huh? What do you mean? Asked Kat. Well, for a second there, I felt this strange ki released from Naruto. It felt calm and relaxing. I don't know what it really was, said Anko. We need to go see the Hokage about this, said Kat. And with that, the two of them made their way. Naruto arrived as he released a pulse of chakra, entering the seal that he placed up. As he came in to see Hinata, clothes a bit wrinkled, and Shino glasses a bit tilted to the side. Now what was going on here? Oh, it's not what you think, we were just kissing, said Hinata. Blushing red, Naruto simply laughed it off, as he unsealed some bento boxes. As they ate for the night, and the barrier that Naruto had up, it was protecting them, and they couldn't know if any intruders were nearby, so they slept. The next morning, Hinata asked Naruto a question that was bugging her. Naruto, what's up, Hinata? Why don't you use your sharingan? It's like you're ashamed of your heritage or something. Honestly, I never used it because of the way the Uchiha clan was. I just don't want to be lumped up with them, I guess. But that doesn't matter, she said. You were never raised by the Uchiha clan, or grew up in the Uchiha way. The only time you used it was when you were fighting alone, or when no one was around that don't know about it. I think you should be proud of your accomplishment. Your mother is the only Uchiha that you should be worried about. Despite her being gone, I think she would be proud to know that you have these great eyes, and are getting stronger. She's right, Naruto said a voice. As everyone turned, as they all looked, Naruto looked over the woman that was standing there. He rubbed his eyes, as Hinata and Shino wondered who this woman was, and where did she come from? Mom? Said Naruto. But guys, if you ending this episode right here, if you want the next part, if you don't know what to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the bell notifications they posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. But I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.